This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Samianalyze show. Folks, 14 days ago, there was a request made. A request was made on July 1st, and that was made by one Damian Lillard. Get me out of here. I'm done. Dame Lillard, who celebrates a birthday today, July 15th. Happy 33rd, Dame. You're still a Blazer. You're still a Blazer. And I had a question because there was an NBA Hall of Famer who, when this guy speaks, man, he definitely gets people amped up and thinking. And I'm talking about one Paul Pierce. The truth. You can't handle the truth. He made a comment, and it got me thinking. Would this trade move the Heat to the top? Let's analyze. Would trading Dame Lillard to the Heat move them up to the top? I don't. Well, and when he say the top, I gotta tell you what Paul Pierce had to say, though. Are you ready for this? And Paul Pierce has had some comments, man. He has had some comments in the past. Yes, he has. Paul Pierce. I'm working on it. I know, move the mic down. Paul Pierce has had some comments, man, in the past in his career. And has done some things and has been associated with some things. Paul Pierce gets the quote of the day before we go into this. He says, basically the premise of this was he was on Rachel Nichols' show on Showtime, and her new show called The Headliners. Happy that she landed on her feet. On her new show, The Headliners, it was Paul Pierce and T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. And they were talking about Dame Lillard. And Paul Pierce said, you guys ready for this one? He's saying, if the Miami Heat are to acquire Dame Lillard and pair him with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler and form Voltron, he said, here's the quote from Paul Pierce himself, the truth. They won't make it out the first round. Really? Really, Paul Pierce? And when I heard that, I said, okay, I could understand maybe not the first round, though. Now, here's the thing. The NBA is, we're already what? 2 weeks now into free agency or something like that at this point. I forgot at this point. Yeah, 2 weeks. And Dame made the trade request. And by the way, Joe Cronin, the GM of the Blazers, he's in no rush to make it happen. Sorry, Dame. He's in no rush to make that happen for you. Even though it's your birthday. I mean, will it happen this weekend? Who knows? But Paul Pierce's comment, man, they won't win in the first round. But then you've got to listen to what he said. At first, when I heard it, I'm like, huh? But then he kind of made sense. He said, if you go get Dame, you're going to basically, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, you're basically going to decimate your team even more. He said, look who they had before. They had Max Strus, they had Duncan Robinson, and they had Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin. He's basically saying, in order to go get a Dame, you're going to have to spend the money, and you're going to have to get rid of assets. So when he said that, he said, basically he's saying, with Dame Butler and Adebayo, he said they may not get out the first round. Here's the thing. I always said you can't really judge a team, what a team's going to be at the beginning or in the offseason until you get closer to playoff time. So my thing is, okay, when you hear it, it's like, here we go again. Paul Pierce is talking again, making crazy comments. And like I said, he's made them crazy comments. But when he goes into his explanation, I understand it. But I disagree with him not getting out the first round. Simply because, and he made a lot of sense, but I was one that I thought Miami was never going to make it as far as they did. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of the year, I said that Miami was going to be one of those teams to fall to the wayside. I said, they're older. They've got a lot of no names. I said, Kyle Lowry, forget it. And Eric Spoelstra made the changes. He has Kyle Lowry coming off the bench and whatever. So here's the thing. I'm never going to sleep on the Miami Heat. They've been in the Eastern Conference a few times already in the last few years. I am not. They've been in the finals twice already since the bubble with Jimmy Butler. I am not going to count them out. I am not going to count them out. I think if Pat Riley goes to get Jimmy Butler and Bam united with a Dame Lillard, he's going to find those guys. He's probably scouring them now at the Summer League. Summer League has been brutal, by the way. It's been brutal this year, to me anyway. It's been brutal, with the shutdown of Victor and Scoot, and it's to me anyway. But I think that comment by Dame was not by Dame, I'm sorry, by Paul Pierce was that didn't make sense. But my question is now, would this move skyrocket the Heat to the top? The way they handled everybody, until they're the head of the class until somebody knocks them off. They're the Eastern Conference champions, right? And I know the Celtics have KP. We don't know the Bucks. They came back together, so they're Voltron the Cars still, even though they ran into Miami. And you've got right now what's going on with the Sixers. Is James Harden going to return? I told you he is. I don't think the Clippers, he's going to be 34, really? I think he's going to go back. But I think if they get Dame Lillard, I think you've got to give the Heat the nod, even because they manhandled, they found a way to beat everybody. And I get it. They don't have a lot of the pieces that got them there. If you go get a Dame, you only have those three, and then you're gonna have to find. I mean, who knows? Who knows what they're going to go. Or what they can find off in the G League or what have you. I mean, I don't know. But believe you me, Pat Riley knows. Remember, Bo knows? Pat Riley knows. So I am not going to sleep on what the Miami Heat can do. And I think if they go get a Dame, they are. It does move them to the top, even because they found a way to do it. Every single round, I'm like, they're not going to beat the Bulls, right? They're not going to beat the, I believe it was the Bulls. They're not going to beat Giannis, even though they've owned Giannis for the past few years. They handled Giannis. They're not going to beat the Knicks. And then we found out Randall was hurt. They beat the Knicks. Then they're not going to beat the Celtics. They beat the Celtics. So I don't know, man. I'm not going to say they're going to win it all, but until somebody knocks them off, you get Dame. You're the head of the class. You've got to give them their credit. And now you're hearing also, which I always thought. I knew Miami had 3 first-round picks and Tyler Hero. Have you seen Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero must have been told something. I saw a few days ago, I think it was yesterday, Tyler Hero was in a picture. He was working out with Ben Simmons. You think Tyler Hero might have an inkling, just a little bit, that he might be going to Brooklyn? I'm just saying. I think he might be searching for an apartment or a condo or something out there. I think so. I think Tyler Hero, he might know something. He might know something. So it's going to be very interesting. By the way, I mentioned the Sixers, by the way. James Harden, and I know I got at James Harden for requesting a trade again. I'm like, why would he walk away from Daryl Morey? Especially after having Doc Rivers fired and you still want out? I got to thinking, y'all. And it's all about the bag. It's all about the money. James Harden was due to make some bread. Yes, he was. James Harden was due to make some bread. And unfortunately, he underperformed. And unfortunately for James Harden, unfortunately for him, you're not playing to your potential. You're not. I know he opted in, and I know he's due to make 33 mil. Actually, what is it? About 36. James Harden is you can't pay him off what he did in the past. And I get it. He might have opted in, but I mean, James, it's not like they gave you peanuts, right? You opted into the $33 million contract. So it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. He was retained. He signed that, he's signing that 1-year deal or whatever it is. He's not going to make that money. And hopefully common sense is not so common. I think he sees he can't go back to Houston. And the Clippers are not going to give the Sixers Paul George. As a matter of fact, I think PG-13 and Kawhi are going to re-sign extensions. So you better make nice real quick, James Harden, with the Philly fans and the Philly, and basically let them know you were mad about your money. It's not that you were not happy with Philly. You were mad that you did not get the money. Fine, say that. But I stand by it. He's not going anywhere. Dame to Miami? That's going to happen. I don't care what Cronin and all the posturing. That's going to happen. And Tyler Hero, likely, it looks like he's going to Brooklyn. But we shall see. Now, as we close with our By the Way segment, we're going to end with some football here. 2 NFL Pro Bowl backs may not report. Camp is right around the corner, man. The 29th is when it starts. The 29th and 30th, respectively, of July. Saquon Barkley of the Giants and Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Hold out, fellas. Get your bread. Get your money. Because if you get hurt, they drop you like a bad habit. Period. Get your money. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Tonight, this morning, this afternoon, folks, if you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe, share. I am on Facebook at Samianalyze. I am on the gram at Samianalyze. Le Twitter at Samianalyze. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. And as always, à tout à l'heure.